play the same thing but with a little bit more emphasis on the low B string. So this is coming out from a regular bass guitar amp, the Ibanez 10BV2, a regular wall-powered bass guitar amp. And this is the low B string. Welcome everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'll be making a comparison, a short, quick and direct one, between a regular amp that you just heard as a reference against these two travel-sized bass guitar amps. The Blackstar Fly 3 is a more trusted travel-sized bass guitar amp. This is something that's coming out from China, I think, and well, all three of these bass guitars are from China in terms of where they're made. But Joyo is a relatively new brand. I don't really know too much about this brand, but I bought this bass guitar amp online, and I'll be making a comparison between these two travel-sized bass guitar amps, and then of course you heard the reference. Alright, so let's go with the Blackstar. It's a surprisingly powerful travel-sized bass guitar amp for its size. It's a 3-watt bass guitar amp. Buzzing up a little bit when I hit low B string, but for a 3-watt amp it's really not too bad. Let's compare this now with the Joyo. So this Blackstar Fly 3 bass guitar amp is $80 US and the Joyo is about $45 US. The Joyo bass guitar amp has more low end, but the sound on the Blackstar Fly is a little bit more robust and intact. So there's a bit of distortion from the cabinet, but I'm able to achieve more low end with this, and thus I think it's actually more usable in a house party jam session. And when we talk about a house party, we're not talking about like 10-20 people sitting around listening to you play. I'm talking about like maybe 3 or 4 friends sitting together having a drink and just playing some music together. So the Blackstar bass guitar amp has a gain and a volume knob, just like the Joyo, and they both also have a tone knob, but the tone knob on the Joyo bass guitar amp does a lot less. I hear less difference. For example, let's try it out now. That's the tone knob at maximum. Oops, sorry. That's the tone knob at maximum. And then the tone knob at its minimum. Now there is some difference, but it's not as defined. Whereas on the Blackstar Fly, so just you can hear the difference in the sound just as I'm turning the knob, but you can barely hear it on the Joyo. Turn it all the way up to its maximum. Just now it's at its minimum. It's also has a tighter feel to the knobs on the Blackstar. Also, the Blackstar comes with a built-in compressor. It also has a sub knob for sub frequencies. So it was at its minimum. Let me dial it up, okay? Okay, right now it's at its maximum. But it's just really distorted, so maybe the sub knob should be probably in the middle. So that's the Blackstar with the optimum settings dialed in, which means I got the volume up to the maximum and the gain knob somewhere around 3/4 of the way towards full. And I have the same settings on the Joyo. Maximum volume, but gain is 3/4 of the way full. And let's do a reference now with a full range bass guitar amp. Just the Ibanez 10B V2, right? So that's what these two travel-sized guitar amps sound like in comparison to a full-range bass guitar amp. And even this one is really more for a practice amp at home. But I really like this bass amp and it gives me a good reference to compare with these two amps. It's quite difficult on a portable device like a laptop or tablet or phone to be able to accurately hear the differences for bass instruments. Bass instruments are something that you really feel when you're live at a venue. But once it's recorded on a phone with a substandard microphone and played back on even worse, small speakers on a laptop, a tablet or a phone just don't give you that low frequency response. So I encourage you to listen to this comparison video with your headphones. Without a reference for a full range wall plug socket amp, I think you won't have a clear enough idea of what these travel-sized bass guitar amps will do for you. So I hope this video really helps. I've also been recording the sound through a Zoom H1N. So that's also going to help to capture a more full range of the sounds that are being played back by these speakers rather than recording it with a mobile phone microphone, for example. So I really hope this video has helped you in some ways if you're deciding to buy one of these bass guitar amps. I'll see you in the next video.